Alright, so it's a couple weeks away from Christmas here in Central Florida, but believe it or not, we are getting ready for springtime. Sometime in the beginning of January, we're gonna expect the maples to start blooming around here, and that's actually for us as beekeepers the beginning of spring. And so in anticipation for that, we thought we'd make a quick video kind of highlighting a couple things for the spring. For those that have asked questions or have been interested, we are going to be offering this year a complete hive package, which is going to include a 10-frame deep box, and it's going to have brand new equipment, frames, a bottom board, a lid. It's going to be completely assembled and painted, and then of course, as you know, we do sell 5-frame nukes, and so for spring 2023 we're going to be offering the complete hive with the nuke installed. So we're going to go ahead and install this nuke into this 10-frame box, which, like I said, does have a bottom board. And then one of the cool features about this is we do have an entrance reducer at the front of the hive that gives you a couple different options. So you've got a bigger entrance here, which you could actually fit an entrance feeder into this, and still gives a little bit of room for them to come out. Or you've got a smaller entrance here if you really want to squeeze it down. If you've got a smaller, a smaller hive in this box and it's winter time and things like that, just gives you a couple options. So that's a pretty cool feature there. So we'll get that installed in the front, utilizing the bigger entrance. And the way that we have the foundation set up is, you just spread it so that you can get that nuke right in the center there and let them work towards the outside. They'll figure it out, but you want your nuke right there in the middle. And so we'll pop the lid on this thing and see what we're looking at. So we want to get those bees inside, so we'll just kind of shake it, bounce it lightly on the bottom board of that box right there. So we don't know exactly where the queen is. So we want to make sure that she makes it in there. No bees on that lid. And then simply what we're doing here is we've already got the nuke set up. So the brood's going to be in the center. And then the two outside frames are most likely just going to be food frames, some nectar and pollen and whatnot. So we're going to try to keep it exactly the same way. Entrance is forward, and we're just going to put them in there, so there's really no adjustment that they need to make. And then as they've been clustering up, they can keep continuing to do that, because it is December, so it's going to get cold here at night, so we don't want to mess them up too much. They have been working pretty hard on the propolis. Tell you that, it is getting kind of cold at night. We'll pull up this outside frame, and so this time of the year too, we like to see them work in that foundation. They're not quite done with it yet, but to see them work in the foundation and drawing out the frames is a good sign this time of the year. All nectar on that frame, a pretty heavy food frame there. There's the larva in the center of that there. Almost thought I saw the queen there for a second. There's some more brood on this frame. And I do kind of just spot check to see if I do see her. It's always nice when you're loading the when you're loading a nuke, if you can spot her. I mean, you don't have to spend all day trying to figure that out, because you know, you're gonna shake all the bees in there eventually. But it does give you a little peace of mind if you do happen to see the queen, that you know at least you put her in there and you didn't squish her or nothing like that. And this is the last frame. And you know, it is a good idea too that when you're loading this, take one of these frames of foundation out and get it out of your way. And you really spread those frames out so you're not going to roll any of the bees when you put that last frame in there. So now I got plenty of room. I can squeeze that in there. And the last thing I'm going to do with this nuke box right here is I'm going to bounce the bees, and I'm going to shake them into that, because I don't know, like I said, being that I haven't seen the queen, she could very well be in that box right there, and just for sake of time, it's not going to hurt them to shake them in, so we're going to go ahead and shake them in. Kind of bounce it a little bit on that edge right there so you get them all down in the bottom. And then any of those foragers that are flying around, they'll figure it out. So now that we got that nuke loaded, we'll squeeze in these frames, put that last frame of foundation in there. Make sure that you squeeze your frames together. You don't want, you know, these big gaps in there. Otherwise, they're going to draw that comb on these new frames. They're going to draw it all funny, and it's going to be one big ugly mess. So that's a tip. That's a trick. That's a pro tip right there. Make sure you get your frames squeezed together. All brand new foundation on there, so that once we get these girls fed real good, they'll draw those frames out, and this thing will be ready to make some honey in the springtime. So that's that. And then, like I said, the bees, they're just gonna adjust to that new box now, and you know, it won't take long at all, and this thing will be looking really good. So, but just wanted to share that with you today. If you have any questions, certainly you can email us, you can reach out to us, you give us a call. All that information's there in the description of this video. So, and if you want to sign up for one of these complete frames, you can do so by sending us an email, like I said, or giving us a call. We'll add you to our spring list. And so that's that. And we hope you have a great rest of your day, and God bless.